Let's hope you're ready to channel your summer energy into your studies to make this school year the best yet. Hello and welcome to Jamaica Magazine. It's Tuesday, the third day in the month of September. I'm your host, Adrian Atkinson. Coming up in today's show, the importance of taking your child to get their dental checkup. We have that and more. But first, let's take our daily news. We'll be right back after this break.
Jamaica, know that brighter days are ahead.
Together, we stand with you.
We are resilient and strong.
Take each step forward with courage.
For your spirit shines brighter than any storm.
From all of us here at the Jamaica Information Service,
Sending love,
Strength.
And unwavering support.
To each and every one of you.
stay strong, Jamaica.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, September 3, 2024. 607 beneficiaries across 13 health-related specialized categories were awarded the Dr. Barry Wint Memorial Scholarship on Friday. The $2.5 billion initiative provides significant financial support for training and placement of the beneficiaries in the public health sector. Funding is by the government. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says this is a strategic economic investment to advance the labor force and improve productivity. The beneficiaries are bonded to the health sector after their training, but the Prime Minister encourages them not to see it as such, but as their investment to national development.
We need you. We need you. And for the first time in a long time, remaining in Jamaica, working in Jamaica will be rewarding. Your efforts will yield results. It is a long struggle, but we are at the point now where we are starting to see the benefits. Keep faith in your country.
Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton explains that the recipients were shortlisted from over 2,000 applications received.
In selecting the 600 of you, of the 2,000 who applied, it was not just a function of qualification, because everybody qualified, because there was a strict criteria that was outlined. It was also a function of the gap analysis that we have done in public health, looking at the numbers that we have in particular fields, looking at the numbers that we need now and in the future. And it was based on that we selected the persons that were selected.
Errol C. Green is the new permanent secretary for the Ministry of Health and Wellness, effective September 1, 2024. Mr. Green replaces Dunstan Bryan, who has proceeded on study leave.
He has done well, and we wish him well as he moves on to other activities while on study leave.
The health minister says he looks forward to Mr. Green's contribution to the planned programs and policy priorities of the ministry. Errol Green previously served in the public health sector as regional director of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, SERA. He is also a former regional director for the Western Regional Health Authority and a former chief executive officer of the Kingston Public Hospital. Prior to joining public health, Mr. Green served as town clerk of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, and also served at the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. The majority of schools in southwest St. Elizabeth are open for classes following repairs to facilities that were damaged in the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Member of Parliament Floyd Green says 12 of 18 primary schools in the constituency have resumed classes. The MP and Agriculture Minister visited a few of the schools on Monday for a first-hand review of the start of the new academic year.
There were 6 schools that were severely impacted by Hurricane Beryl. Of those 6, 4 are in a position to start their operations this week.
These include Black River, Mountainside, Hopewell, and Pedro Plains Primary.
There are 2 schools that we are having some delays on. Thankfully, the contractors are there and working. Sandybank Primary will take another week before they get back up and running. And also, Fullerswood has some preliminary work to finish, so they will have full resumption next week. So we're very happy in terms of the progress of the contracting firms.
Over in Trelawney, Provisional Principal of the Unity Infant and Primary School, Marilyn Salmon, says contingency plans have been put in place to accommodate the reopening of school while repairs are ongoing to sections that were damaged in the hurricane. This includes the relocation of infant students to another section of the school.
Our canteen area is not really up and running, but we have made provision for patties, hot dogs, cup soups, and burgers, hamburgers, sandwiches, and so forth for our students. And we also have some electrical concerns, and those are under repair also. I'm looking forward to see the roof completed in very short order so that our students can go in their separate rooms and get to know their teachers, and teachers can get to carry on teaching and learning in an effective environment.
Notwithstanding that, Ms. Salmon says teachers and students are eager to start the new school year. Still on education, the Minister with responsibility for information, skills and digital transformation, Senator Dana Morris-Dixon, is charging tertiary students to become the forerunners of the artificial intelligence AI revolution.
The entire world as we see it in another 10 years is going to be completely different. And you have to ask yourself, where is my discipline going? How is AI going to be affecting my discipline? And you want to make sure that you are at the front of whatever changes are taking place.
She was speaking to the approximately 50 scholarship recipients of this year's East Central St. James Scholarship and Welfare Fund. The fund has facilitated over $2 billion in scholarships, which have benefited more than 5,000 youngsters over the years. Aspiring veterinarian Nathalia Harwood of Spot Valley in the parish expressed gratitude for the money, which she says is going to help her pursue preliminary science studies at the Montego Bay Community College.
This will take some of the financial burdens off of me, off of my family, so I can focus on my studies and not worry about how this is affecting my family,
And finally, the Ministry of Education and Youth has dispatched guidance counselors from its Region 5 team to offer immediate assistance to the Christiana Least Primary and Infant School community in Manchester. The intervention comes in the wake of the tragic death of Trayvon Sanchez, a grade 6 student who passed away on September 2 in a motor vehicle crash on his way to school. His mother, a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, was also injured in the crash and is in critical condition in hospital. Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams has expressed deep condolences, saying Trayvon's untimely death is a devastating loss for the school and teaching community at large. She's urging the school community to support each other during this incredibly difficult time. In the meantime, she says the ministry remains dedicated to supporting the school as they cope during this time of sorrow. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
So much has happened at the office of the Prime Minister this past week. A key point was the Prime Minister's assurance that Jamaica's economic future remains in good hands. Let's see what else transpired.
The pending departure of Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke from office in October got high attention from Prime Minister Andrew Holness last week. Dr. Clarke is poised to take up the post of Deputy Managing Director at the International Monetary Fund, IMF, effective October 31. Prime Minister Holness greeted the news with immense pride, congratulating Dr. Clark on what he says is a historic and important development.
The position of Deputy Managing Director is global in scope. No citizen of Jamaica, or the Caribbean for that matter, has ever before served at this level in the IMF. The development is therefore a tremendous gain for Jamaica and the Caribbean. The elevation of Minister Clark is demonstrative of the depth, strength, and capacity of my administration.
As for the matter of Mr. Clark's replacement, Mr. Holness says he has already identified suitable replacement candidates.
The government has identified successors to Nigel in both his ministerial and parliamentary responsibilities, and there will be a smooth transition in both capacities. We will provide updates in due course, and the public can expect policy continuity and a continuation of the economic achievements that this government has worked so hard to secure.
Responding to the different perspectives being shared in the public, Mr. Holness stressed that the country's economic progress was not based on personalities.
Minister Clark and myself have worked very hard to ensure that nothing that we do is personality-based. It's institution-based. It's creating rules, principles, policies, legislation, and above all, a culture. Because that's the only way that you can entrench legacy.
The Prime Minister also assured the nation that the country's economic future was safe, notwithstanding the pending departure of the Finance Minister.
I would say to everyone, these things don't happen overnight. These things are considered. And we have to think about all combination and permutations of outcomes and ensure that the country's best interest is served and that the country remains stable and continue on its pathway and trajectory for growth.
Prime Minister Holness was in Portmore St. Catherine for the official handover of 100 compressed natural gas CNG buses to the JUTC. He emphasized that the fleet would significantly enhance access to transportation and boost the nation's productivity.
I want the Jamaican public to see these new buses as an expression of our economic independence. I want you to take care of these buses. I want you to use these buses to increase our productivity as a people.
The Prime Minister also noted that being able to buy the buses straight from the government's purse was a testament to the strength of good fiscal management.
Borrowing as a cost. And so the cost of the infrastructure when you borrow is more. And so that is not a sustainable pathway. Our economic independence, to put it in the bluntest, simplest terms, is that we can buy the 100 buses we need without borrowing, and we can project on a long term to buy hundreds more to come without borrowing. Because that is what solves the problem. It is having the economic wherewithal. Let me congratulate and commend the students for their performance in the PEP examinations.
That was Prime Minister Holness on Thursday at the annual PEP Awards presentation ceremony for students who are moving on to high schools. They are children of staff members at the offices of the Prime Minister and the Cabinet.
It is not just a part of our human resource management strategy to ensure that our workers know that we care about them and their children, but it is important to acknowledge the hard work and sacrifice of our children.
I extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, for hosting us today and sharing his words of inspiration and presenting us with our gifts. You have provided us with a lot to think about, and I am sure we will all take your words with us as we start our new schools.
Your role, whether in practice or as students, is vital in driving the transformation needed to build a stronger, more resilient health system.
A call to the 607 awardees of the Dr. Barry Wint Memorial Scholarship. They are chosen from 13 health-related specialized categories for training and placement in the public health sector. Prime Minister Andrew Holness was the keynote speaker at the presentation on Friday. He said this economic investment was strategic to the development of a skilled labor force and to improve productivity. Mr. Holness encouraged the beneficiaries to view their contribution to the sector after completing their training as their investment in national development.
We need you. We need you. And for the first time in a long time, remaining in Jamaica, working in Jamaica will be rewarding. Your efforts will yield results. It is a long struggle, but we are at the point now where we are starting to see the benefits. Keep faith in your country.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.
Friend, it's the best decision we've ever made to further our education. We finally have our dream jobs that will allow us to enjoy other things in life. The Students' Loan Bureau did this for us, you know.
Yes, girl, it was a lot of work, but we made it.
All I have to start thinking about right now is to repay my student loan, and with SLB's low interest rate, I won't feel burdened at all.
Well, I have other things to focus on right now. Loan repayment can stay for later.
Really? Don't you know that when we repay our student loan, others benefit from the fund? Think about your little brother. Don't you want him to benefit too?
Oh, of course.
By paying it forward, we're making sure the next generation has the same opportunities we did.
Well, I guess I never thought about it that way.
I'm happy we had this conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Let me get on it right now.
Yeah, man. Let's make sure others can achieve their dreams too.
Visit our website at slbja.com for more details and follow all our social media platforms to be in the loop.
Even though the school year has already begun, you can still schedule your child's dental checkup. Here's why you shouldn't put it off.
It's that time of year again. It's back to school time, and as your child or children get ready to hit the books, it's the perfect time to schedule their dental appointment. We're joined by Dr. Tanya Perry to tell us why these visits are important.
A dental checkup at the end of summer or during the summer holidays is very important. So one of the things that happens when we have holidays is that our routine tends to change. Now, summer holiday is the longest holiday, and a lot happen. Sometimes the kids get sent overseas, sometimes they get sent to the country, and those who are at home are sometimes with older siblings or, a younger relative, so to speak. So certain things change, habits change. They're waking up late, they're going to bed late, so they are not brushing properly. They are not flossing. Some kids literally throw away the toothbrush for the holidays because most time mommy and daddy aren't there to supervise them, and their older sibling may be doing what they're doing. So the oral hygiene breaks down. Also, summer is hot. They tend to drink a lot of juices, putting them at risk for cavities. They're also snacking a lot. You know how children are. You leave them alone in the summer, they'll eat down the house. They are snacking a lot. So that will put them at risk for cavities and gum disease. Studies have shown that many missed days at school are due to a toothache. So you want to ensure that your children are getting checked to ensure that they're starting off the school year right, not just with clean teeth, but also that any cavities are filled, especially if they're doing big exams like PEP, CSEC, and CAPE. You don't want them to be missing days. It's very important that they're in school and the focus is on the learning and they're not missing their learning progress. Also, summer is one of the easiest time to schedule their appointment because they're at home, they don't tend to have all these activities, they don't have the conflict with school hours and extra lesson. So it's an easy time to get all the kids together. Cavities is definitely at the top of the list because children do snack a lot. And you will tell them don't eat the sweets. They'll eat it anyway. Children are very creative. A lot of parents would come in and say that they find the sweetie paper in the bed. They'll be drinking a lot of stuff that they're not supposed to be drinking and in amounts that they're not supposed to be drinking. So cavities is at the top of the list. There's also gum disease because they're not brushing properly and the plaque is on the teeth. So you might find that they might have the bleeding of the gums. A lot of times, especially in teenagers, we tend to see that. Dental trauma is also something that we'll commonly see in kids. You can have broken teeth. You can have, unfortunately, knocked out teeth. So trauma is also a big one. Problems with growth and development of the teeth and the jaw, probably not as common, but we do need to check for that because sometimes the teeth don't come in, sometimes they don't come in the right place. Sometimes there might be problems with the growing of either the top jaw or the bottom jaw. Flossing is very important. If you're not getting your teeth flossed, you are missing about 35% of your teeth. So imagine you're cleaning your house and you're leaving that little area with stuff there. It's gonna start to smell and cause problems. So flossing is very important. We start getting the kids' teeth flossed from the teeth start touching. So normally those back molars will come in anywhere between 18 months to 2.5, the last two back ones. So from the teeth start touching, you start flossing. So you're looking at about age 2. And you continue right up after that into adulthood. It's supposed to be 1 time a day, which is not very difficult, but a lot of people do find flossing very tedious. The simple one with the finger, around the finger, works fine. But sometimes to encourage the kids, especially when you want them to start flossing, you may want to get into the character ones. So the ones with the handles sometimes come with the characters. And anything with characters or flavors will encourage kids to want to try it. They'll get excited about it. So you can make the moment exciting. You make the moment exciting, you'll develop a habit, and it's something that they'll want to do and they will do. You don't want to be giving mouthwash to children under age 6. The American Dental Association does not recommend that they get it under age 6. Remember, under age 6, they might end up trying to drink it, they might end up using too much. So it could possibly be harmful for them under age 6. Mouthwash is not necessary for all children, but it can be beneficial for some, especially children who have high risk for cavities. A fluoride mouthwash can be very helpful. I would still recommend that even up to age 12, so between 6 and 12, if you're using a fluoride mouthwash for kids, and I'd recommend that you use one that's specific for kids. So it would be more kid-friendly in terms of the flavor and the colors, that you still supervise them. So don't just leave it and let them, be rinsing them out, because even an 8-year-old might sit down there and rinse out them out the whole time. So you still have to kind of supervise it and let them know we only use this. You cover the bottle, you put it away, we only use it in the morning or in the evening, whatever the recommended timing is for it, it would be on the bottle. So it can be beneficial. Again, in teenagers as well, fluoride mouthwash can be beneficial. Speak with your dentist first to assess the risk for the child and get recommendations. But remember, no mouthwash before age 6. You're gonna be brushing the outside of the teeth, you're gonna be brushing the side that you bite on, and you're gonna be brushing the side on the inside. A lot of people miss that side by the tongue. So you're going to be putting a bit of the toothbrush on the gum and on the tooth, and you're going to be making movements forward and backward, and you're going to go right around. And then when you're finished, you're going to make some nice big circles, and don't forget to clean your tongue. Take the kids out, get them checked, let them start off the new school year on the right foot. Just like how the school book, the school bag, and the books and all is important, starting out with a proper dental health is important.
Cheers to a productive school year with healthy, happy smiles.
Hi everyone, here are 5 benefits of being a beneficiary of the Students' Loan Bureau. 1. Benefit from our 99% approval rate. 2. Benefit from our low interest rate, so less burden when you need to repay. 3. Benefit from the fact that we require no collateral when applying. 4. We're giving you more time to focus on your studies while we focus on the financing. No need to worry about repaying while in school. Number 5. Receive a 14 months grace period after your graduation date before you enter repayment. Don't forget to follow us on all SLB platforms for more SLB info.
My name is Courtney Coley. I'm a Deputy Superintendent of Police assigned to the Community Safety and Security Branch. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has pledged to serve, protect, and reassure the people of Jamaica, as well as visitors to our shores, with courtesy, integrity, and proper respect for the rights of all. The last academic year brought with it a number of challenges, particularly around school violence. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, in partnership with the Ministry of Education and Youth, as well as other stakeholders, have embarked and will continue to embark on initiatives aimed at reducing these incidents of violence. One such program is the Safe Schools program. This program sees police officers partnering with school administrators to realize a safer school environment. These police officers have received training and are referred to as school resource officers. Currently, 40 additional police officers are being trained to bolster what already exists. The program will see members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force out in their numbers in schools. Additionally, police officers will be deployed at transportation centers and hubs, school corridors, major roadways, and any other place that students are likely to congregate before and after school. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is a force for good. What we're asking the public for is their usual support, patience, and understanding. It is only together that we are stronger. Let us join hands and hearts and see to the safety and security of our nation's youths. Thank you.
And that's it for today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Let's make every moment count by turning challenges into achievements. Do join us again tomorrow for another informative show. Be sure to visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more news you can use. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Walk good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.